Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to keep creative and productive during this hard time. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on our social media. So let's get started. And the first thing is to create a routine. So when I'm talking about create a routine, we're always like, oh my god, but I know what I have to do, I know what is my routine. Yeah, I know, but today we're going to be talking about the routine that basically is work, play, feed, and push. So let me explain. So when we're talking about work, we're talking about outline your top 3 priorities on your day. Top 3 is something that you have to do until the end of the day. So for example, I have to go to the laundry, I have to wash dishes, and I have to finish my assignment. It's your top 3 that you have to do before the end of the day. I know that sometimes we have more things to do than just our 3, but you have to decide what you have to do, like you really have to do, and don't put so much thing on yourself. Talking about play in this routine, basically we are talking about that. Engage yourself in things that you love to do, that brings joy to you. So for example, maybe play video games with your brother, with your sister, with your son, whoever. Or maybe I don't know, play with your dog, or read some magazine, read some book, something that you really enjoy and that you love to do, and give a pause to yourself. The next one is fit. So when you're talking about fit, your physical health. So maybe practicing some exercise that you like. One thing that is really important about fit is that when you are moving to yourself, you actually move your ideas. It means that when you are maybe doing some activity, for example, yoga, I don't know, you are movementing yourself. So when you are doing that, your ideas keep moving with you. So the next one is push. When we're talking about push, we are talking about moving yourself out of your comfort zone. So I am talking about maybe doing some activity that you don't usually do, something that you are not used to. For example, I don't practice yoga, but for sure if I practice someday, it's gonna be out of my comfort zone because I'm not used to. So when you're talking about push in this routine, we're not talking about pushing yourself so much out of your comfort zone, pushing yourself far away from your limits. Please don't do that, especially now, okay? So the next thing to make you creative is basically doing some exercise that you really like. So for example, yoga, meditation, actually Full Sail is offering these activities, so if you are a Full Sail student, you can enjoy that. But if you're not, or if you don't want to follow what Full Sail is offering with that activities, you can go through YouTube and search for these activities. There's a lot of videos that shows you how to do that, teach you how to do that, so yeah, everything works. So now is a good time to make new activities that you always wanted to, of course, inside your house, but you never had time enough to do it, so go for it. Next thing to keep productive and creative is filter all the information that is coming. So you don't have to absorb all this bad information, you don't have to keep it all to yourself. So please don't do that. There's a lot of bad things happening in the world. There's a lot of things about this virus, especially if you're anxious or if you have, I don't know, maybe you are in a bad time. So please don't do that. Yet I am always repeating, please don't do that, because yeah, you don't have to do that. Basically, go for a movie or watch a series that you like, but don't go for the news and always all the bad news. Next thing is to have a good night's sleep. I know it sounds cliche, but if you have a good night's sleep, you're gonna be able to complete your daily tasks in the other day. Talk about complete your daily task. Maybe can be sending your assignment, or I don't know, doing something that you have to do in the other day. So I know it's hard to keep a good night's sleep, especially in this time, and you want to, I don't know, maybe watching a lot of videos or watching a series all night or a movie. Yeah, I know how hard it is. But please have a good night's sleep. So the next thing is to do something comfortable. So when I'm talking about doing something comfy, is basically something that will never stress you out. For example, for me, something that will never stress me out is playing with my puppy or watching a movie that I really like. During a hard time, eat your comfy food. Okay, but what is that? So basically, a comfy food is something that is going to calm you down. When I'm talking about calming down, it's basically this comfy food will really help you. So for example, for me, it's chocolate. So when I am anxious or when I am in a bad time, crying a lot, if I eat chocolate, I have a specific chocolate, specifically brand. So when I eat that, it's going to be really relaxed for me. So if you don't have a comfy food, let's find one. And I'm not talking about eat a whole barbecue or eat, you know, a whole meal. When I'm talking about comfy food, what I am saying is basically just, I don't know, maybe some chips, maybe some chocolate. I don't know, something that you know that you love and that will be your partner. Next thing is express yourself through activities. I know that I am talking about doing activities during this whole video, but basically if you are doing something, if you are moving, if you are, I don't know, maybe doing something, you will forget about a lot of things. You will forget about time, you will forget about the bad news. You just enjoy yourself, enjoy your company, or maybe your family's company, your roommate's company, but just express yourself, especially now that we are locked in your house. So please try to do that. And of course, it does not mean that you have to be aggressive. No, what I'm talking about, express yourself, just like if you're anxious, just, I don't know, do some activities that will help you to put this anxiety out of your body. So the next thing is to have pause. Stop what you're doing and just have a time to relax. Maybe you are completing your assignment, working home office, you know, or maybe you are doing your daily tasks at home, cleaning the entire house, and you are doing that during all day. So it's important to have pause. Guys, I'm sorry if my English is not that good or if you're struggling to understand some words, but oh my god, it's really hard when you're nervous and when English is not your first language. So I apologize. Next thing that I have already talked about, but I will talk about again because it's really important, is to don't push yourself out of your limits. So I have already talked about it in the routine, creating a routine, and about push, but I know there's a lot of people that now are trying to do something like really out of control. Calm yourself down. I know that I'm talking about calm and relaxing yourself, but that's really important because you are going through a really hard moment. We are going to, you know, a lockdown. So the more that we get anxious and angry or mad, the more that we are gonna be like stressful. Find something that you like to do, something that before this quarantine you were like, oh my god, I have to find time to do that, but now you have enough time to do that. Okay, and this one is a plus. So call your friend through FaceTime or call your family if you are far away from them, if they are in other country or city, or if you can go visit them because this thing that we're going through. That is good, especially with your friends, because you never know what they are going through too. So yeah, just keep in touch. It's good so people know that you are there, and you know that people are there for you too. So we are supporting you during this hard time. Please stay at home. Please stay safe. Bye.